Before I start this review, I just wanted it to be known that the opinions shared in this upcoming fragrance review are mine and mine alone, and were not influenced by anything. This is how I personally feel, and that's how it is. Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
The way you grab me, must wanna get nasty. Go ahead, do it at me. What do we make dreams for when you got them jeans on? What do we need steam for? You the hottest bitch in this place. I feel so lucky. You wanna hug me? What rhymes with hug me? Okay, now he was close. Try to do.
Ah yes, another review on, as you could tell, excuse me, where are my manners? What's going on, YouTube? Joe here again. Sorry if it seems like I'm anxious to kind of rush through this one. This is Gucci Guilty, the regular Gucci Guilty Pour Homme. Haven't bashed the fragrance yet? I figured why not start today? I'm going to give my take on this. Underachiever. Now, I normally try to find the best in fragrances, but this one, I could only find but so much, but nothing worth me personally being able to use this scent anymore. What am I talking about? This is the most commercialized, one of the more commercialized fragrances. Not so much anymore, but definitely when it came out. Hence why I bought it. A guy who didn't know much about fragrances got lured in by the cute girl and the great advertisements. Gucci Guilty Pour Homme was released in 2010, and it has several flankers. I mean, you have Gucci Guilty Intense, now you have Gucci Guilty Black, Gucci Guilty Women, Gucci Guilty this, Gucci Guilty that. I mean, it doesn't have as many as the codes or the YSLs of the world, but I mean, it's redundant. There is no point for their flankers because it's the exact same juice, and they're not even giving time in between the fragrances to really sell. I mean, this was released, and then Intense was released like 3 months after. It's ridiculous, but these aren't about the flankers. This is about this guy. I don't have the box for this fragrance. I got it in a gift set. This was honestly my first fragrance as far as currently within the last year that this was the first one that I purchased. And I purchased it because like 95% of the rest of Americans and everyone else, they bought into the advertising. I mean, they sunk so much advertising into it. I mean, look what they did. They went ahead and added Chris Evans as the face of this fragrance. Chris Evans, who is also Johnny Storm and Steve Rogers. That's the Human Torch and Fantastic Four and Captain America, just in case you didn't know that. He's the face of this. So they spent more money on that in the very beginning, because the beginning, I will give it, it is pleasant. They spent more money in pushing that than what they actually did in this personal fragrance. Now, this fragrance to me, because it was released in 2010, Bleu de Chanel, seemed to try to be competition for it. This seemed to be Gucci's version of a Bleu de Chanel without using the same notes or trying to be a knockoff of it. This wanted to do the same thing or give a similar vibe. It failed. Now you're probably thinking, oh Joe, I'm sure it's not that bad. Nah, I mean, it's not on the bottom barrel, but for the price, for a Gucci price, this is not. You could do better. You could do so much better. You could even go against this competitor for Bleu de Chanel if you want to. I mean, but let's try to focus on some of the positives so this way it doesn't seem like I'm just ranting on this video. Ranting. My accent got in the way. Positives. For about a good 15-20 minutes. Smells nice. Smells great. The bottle design, I kind of like it. It's cool enough. That's it. And maybe one other thing, maybe if you are a high schooler / college student, you could get a little more use out of this. But for me, given the fact that I've smelled and tested and have way better different types of fragrances than this doesn't get any attention anymore at all. I used it for a month, and the only reason why there is this much juice left is because of the fact that this is one of the colognes that I let my friends use more than, so this way they're not using up my good stuff. I mentioned that it's an underachiever for price value. You got two sizes really, the 1.7 and the 3.4, your two standard sizes. It's gonna range you anywhere from $60 to $85 retail, and you might be able to pick it up for a discount of saving maybe like $5, but I mean, it's hard for me to enjoy this juice, especially when the juice in it, I don't know if you'll be able to tell or not, is purple. It's purple and it stains. Another reason why I don't like this fragrance is because I've already lost 3 shirts to it in my first month of me wearing this. I mean, nothing is really that great about this fragrance. Like I said, it lasts about maybe what, 15 minutes, almost like how Millesime Imperial lasts on some people. Personally, me, I get 3 hours projection with 7 hours strong longevity, but that's another video. Gucci Guilty, I'm getting a half hour of projection with it being pleasing projection. Then after that, it's kind of just blah for like the next hour and a half. And that's it. So 2 hours projection with me only personally enjoying the first half hour of this fragrance with the blossom and the citrus, the Amalfi lemon, and the lavender. This to me is a poor take on the lavender. I'm key on my lavender. I don't like this lavender after the first 30 minutes. It goes plain, and for the next 3-4 hours, this fragrance is just blah with cedar. It's green. It's dull. Now I have worn this recently, and to my surprise, I've actually gotten a few compliments off of it. But again, that was only because of the first half hour bubble where I constantly sprayed it, and it just so happened that a few times at the job it got a few compliments. Like I said, high schoolers definitely could possibly have a better purpose for this. If you're seriously into fragrances or looking for something to challenge your nose, this isn't it. If you just want to add to your Gucci Guilty collection, fine. If you enjoy this fragrance and you have this fragrance, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, call you out or say anything personal. This, like I said in the beginning, is just how I feel. This doesn't do it for me. It doesn't do anything for me. This is nothing to me. This isn't a good fragrance, and honestly, if I could have gotten my money back for it, I would. Work, night out, school. Maybe a date if you're younger. And by younger, I mean about the 16, 17-year-old range. Not so much like, I don't see middle schoolers wearing this. And I don't see maybe freshmen wearing this. But if, you know, pretty much if you're old enough to drive the car, you have a license, you want to wear something impressive with the brand, then you could go ahead and do that. Again, this fragrance does smell nice for the first 15 to 20 minutes, and that is it for me. That is the most you're going to get out of this as far as positive stuff goes. Sprayer is okay. I don't even think it picked up. It doesn't do half sprayers the way Dior does, or even Chanel. It's pretty much all or nothing. It's nice, but you even get the blast of alcohol, which I'm just now picking up now because of the fact I sprayed it 4 times. There you have it, guys. Told you I wasn't going to hold anything back on this one. Again, if you enjoy it, this isn't meant to be personally taken out on you, but I can't, even for it being lavender, I cannot condone this really, unless you are a high schooler or beginning college. But I would still even say there are so many other better fragrances, especially for this price tag. Gucci dropped the ball. They turned what could have been a good fragrance, had they not put as much money into the advertising, into the face, and into the first 20 minutes. If they would have just added a little bit more longevity and actually taken time into it, this could have been something good, pretty solid fragrance. But they were just looking to cash in on the phrase, cash in on their brand, cash in on the fact that they were trying to compete with Bleu de Chanel. And it failed because obviously more people talk about Bleu de Chanel than Gucci Guilty. Scent of the day today was Bond number 9 Shea Bond. Let me know what your scent of the day was. Till next time. See you.